Hi, everyone. This is Mike again with Palms of Pines Parasports for another episode of Getting Everyone Moving. This is episode 5, and it's a special episode because we're talking to Yuta in Japan. Hello, good morning, right? It's good morning, I think.
Good morning. It's 9, almost 10.
Yeah, it's good to see you.
We'll see you again.
So you spent 1 year in the US, and what were you doing when you were here?
So, just I was studying at the University of Texas at Arlington for 6 months. So, with moving mobs, which is wheelchair basketball teams. Also, I was English classes over there. Also, so then moved to University of Arizona for 2 months and a half, I guess. Then moved to Lecture Foundation for 3 months, just 1 year. So because we had 2020 Olympics, Paralympics, so we had to prepare like spreading like I don't know how to say spreading sport program each. So I don't know how to say.
Well, it's okay. How did you get involved with adaptive sports? I mean, why?
So it's a long story for me. So
Go ahead.
when I was college student, I met the wheelchair softball first, softball. So there was nothing baseball type of wheelchair sports in Japan. So we started to make wheelchair baseball first, right? So like study and research. So then I we found like wheelchair softball in US. So then we joined the national wheelchair softball tournament in Chicago in in 2012, I guess. Then we thought at that time like we have to make a stage for people with disabilities like like they need to play baseball type of baseball, right? You know what I mean?
And are adaptive sports as developed in the US? Are there a lot of adaptive sports in Japan that people can play?
Sorry, what do you mean?
Well, in the United States, you're able to come and you went to University of Arizona, Lakeshore, and UTA.
Oh
But
yeah.
do you offer, are there places in Japan, are there NGOs that are offering, different adaptive sports to people with disability in Japan?
Okay, like you know I was teacher of the like sport college in Hokkaido, Japan, northern side of Japan. Then uh, the city government in Hokkaido gave me like a scholarship for the learning in the US for 1 year. So that's why I made it. So my friends, my friend my friend was playing at the UTA moving maps. So that's why I found there. Then I was looking for where I can study as much as I can, you know, adaptive sports. So I found University of Arizona also, Lakeshore Foundation. So
Well, what did you think? This was a few years ago then that you were in the United States.
yeah.
I mean, what did you think when you saw, you know, the adaptive sports, the wheelchair basketball and such in the U.S.?
So yeah, actually, I thought totally different between US and Japan because uh, there there was nothing like like many programs in Japan. So Japan has like many kinds of sports. Like if you want to play wheelchair basketball, you have to play. You have to focus on the just one sport, just only wheelchair basketball. Also, yeah, many kinds of sports. So, but in US, they 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 played like many kinds of sports. Just season season. So I surprised at the time.
Well, I know that Japan participates in wheelchair basketball in the Paralympics, but can you play wheelchair basketball like in Tokyo, Osaka, Hokkaido? Is it offered throughout the country?
So what do you mean? Sorry.
That's okay. So can you play wheelchair basketball if you live in Osaka or if you live in Tokyo or if you live in Hokkaido? Are there programs in all of those different places?
Yeah, there is.
There are. Okay. And do you start playing with, I mean, can young people play? You know, those who are 5 or 6 or 7, you have programs.
Hmm. But so I started the adaptive sports programs in Hokkaido for the kids with disabilities when after I back to Japan. So before that, there is nothing. So sports programs for kids with disabilities. So it's not enough for them, I guess. So just a
So
little bit.
well, is the Japanese government involved in setting up programs then for people with disabilities?
So like it's hard to explain, but they 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 have actually, but they focus on just made a Paralympian. You know what I mean? So actually, there are many kids with disabilities in Japan, all over Japan. But just focus on you can join the Paralympics. Come here, just that's it. You know. So many kids with disabilities can't play just you know.
So there aren't in America,
Huh?
there are a number of NGOs, right, that do adaptive sports. That's something that I'm working on. So in Japan, there are not a lot of NGOs,
Oh, just
just a
little
little
bit.
bit.
Just I think five or 5 to 10.
Why?
Yeah,
Well, I mean, why do you think that is? I mean, why? Yeah.
I'm not sure, but just just starting with with to make to develop the programs with timing with 2020. So before decided to host 2020 Paralympics, there is nothing, nothing. So just starting in Japan.
That's right. So in this year, 2021, you're
Yeah,
going,
yeah.
you'll see the Paralympics and the Olympics. Um, so do you think that adaptive sports will grow in Japan then?
I think so, but it's it sucks situation with TV, TV. So, but hopefully, I hope so.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, but are there any college wheelchair basketball in Japan?
What do you mean? Sorry.
So, in the US, you were at UTA and Arizona, they had wheelchair basketball at the colleges.
Mm-hmm.
But are there any colleges in Japan that have wheelchair
No,
basketball?
no, we don't have.
There aren't yet.
We don't have any college programs over here.
No.
So,
But Japan, in terms of people with disability, I mean, it's very accessible. There are, restrooms for people with disability, and you can go up on the sidewalks and such. So Japan is advanced in terms of accessibility, but just not in terms of offering sports.
uh, but yeah, I think so. I think so. I agree with you. But just accessibility there are not enough in Japan. So public space is I think it's good for people with disabilities, but many places don't have accessibilities for people with disabilities.
Hmm.
I don't know why, but I think Lao, uh, but the sports programs less than them, I guess. Yeah.
So what more are you and your friends going to do to to have more sports for people with disability in Japan? I mean, what can you do?
I think uh, so. Uh, it's so hard, but I think so. Communities first, sports communities first. So then spread, spread, spreading first, I guess. Then they, I don't know how to say. Just it's so hard to explain in English. So,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah,
But you
but
have go ahead.
yeah,
Go ahead.
but
So you have to have many partners maybe to help you.
yeah, but yeah, actually, a few people over here actually to be interested in just to spread to make stage for people with disabilities. So, it's just starting.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So I know that, the nonprofit that I'm part of, Palms of Pines Parasports, we're very willing to help you. I'm sure Pete Hughes at University of Arizona and Doug Gardner,
Oh yeah.
and people from Lakeshore will be happy to help you in any way that we can, because it is important, of course, to make sure that people with disability are active.
Mm-hmm.
So having opportunities is what it is about. I mean, you have to have opportunities. So so in your family, is there anyone with disability in your family?
No, no, I don't have.
No, but yet you're very interested
Oh
in
yeah.
helping people with disability, which is really great.
Thank you.
Yeah. Do you play any sports?
I play. I play the hockey, and wheelchair tennis also, softball, tennis, track and field, I think I think all of them.
Have you played wheelchair
Yeah,
basketball?
I have. Yeah, I have.
Which sport do you like the best?
The best one is wheelchair softball.
Wheelchair
Yeah.
softball.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, I haven't tried that yet, but I wanna
Oh,
I
really?
wanna try. I,
Oh,
I
yeah.
I played wheelchair basketball and I've tried wheelchair tennis and sitting volleyball.
Hmm. Nice.
But I haven't been able to try the softball. But I'd like to get a team here in this part of California if we can.
Nice. Nice.
Will you be coming back to the United States then for more study? Any idea?
Hopefully, but I need to work.
Yeah.
Yeah. To make money for, yeah, for life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's been great to talk to you, Yuta. And and if we can help you in any way, you have to let us know. Whether it's advising. Pete, I think, is going to come for the Paralympics, so you'll
Okay.
have to see him. But anything we can do, please
Thank you.
think about it, okay, and let us know.
Yeah. I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Just uh, do, so what? How? I don't know. Just I think we need a medical side. So like sports program with hospital. So yeah, yeah. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So
Well,
so
in the U.S. in the U.S. there are actually some medical facilities
mm-hmm.
that offer adaptive sports,
Oh yeah.
and I'd be happy to connect you with them.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but there's a hospital about 60 miles away from where I live, um, and they do a program called Possibilities. They offer It's Loma Linda University, and
Mm-hmm.
they offer all kinds of sports for people with physical disability. So
So
I think I think you're right.
is it affected by like insurance something?
That I don't know, but I'll be happy to connect you. I will connect you. So part of this podcast is to really connect people and help people so we can bring about more inclusion in society and just create more opportunities. So again, I appreciate you taking the time, and we will help you.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Okay, we'll see you again for another episode.